Nasdaq Futures, baby. Seal the trade.
Hello traders, this is my first video on my channel, and in this channel I'm going to show you my trading challenge. At this first video I'm going to show you the open range breakout strategy. It's one of the most anticipated strategies at the moment, and a lot of traders use it and profit from it, and I will show you my thoughts about it and how you or me can profit about this strategy. Come on and let's dive into it. 9:45. Most traders use is like the first 15 minutes of the start of the day. This is like the range that established for this moment. We're starting with the 9th of June and we're taking a view days just from the 9th of June and till now just to analyze it. Of course, it's not enough to call it a research or say it's a strategy always works. So it's just for entertainment purposes only, my friends. Let's get into it. Okay, we see the range. First candles are ranging, no breakout. I'm using the 3-minute candle to see if we are breaking out or not. So at this stage, we are breaking out. This is the first candle out of this range and closed here above. So this is a possible entry here. Let's see how it would develop. And yeah, I would say it would be a profitable trade. Look at this here. First candle close. Maybe we would enter somewhere here. Yeah, of course, we can't get this high here. It's not possible. So we have to look. Probably we should get this trade here. Risk reward would be like this. And this is like a maybe 38, maybe 35. 40 points, depends how you react on the markets and how you trade it. But this is like first day where the open range breakout should be working. So my indicators are also VWAP sessions. It helps a lot to see where we are at the market at the moment. Are we above? We're looking more for longs. Are we under VWAP? We're looking more for shorts. Okay. So next date, we are close to VWAP. We are pushing a bit on the range. Range established. Okay, we are in the mid of the range. First, try to break out. No close above. Testing again VWAP. Barcode printing, nothing happens. Okay, at this stage you have to be really careful because we didn't break out to the upside or to the downside, and we barcode printing, so we are going choppy and really sideways. So at this stage much harder to trade the breakout, because if the market is doing choppy stuff like this, most of the time it's getting more choppy, so you don't get a good breakout. So maybe you get a breakout and close above, but it went straight into the zone again, so be careful. Let's see what happened. Okay, this happened. Okay, so we got a big boner candle closed here down under the range and instantly V-shaped. Probably you could make money here, but it's really risky. It's, as I've been said, if we have a long time where we went sideways, it's more likely that we go back again if we break down. Same like above, okay? If we go above, probably we go back into the range or into the zone. So probably you could make here an open short, close it here, call it a day, or tap into break even. But if you're greedy, you get fucked. So you have to be careful, of course. So what happens to the upside? Okay, we V-shaped here completely, went sideways, back into the range, back to the VWAP, bounced from VWAP, and then we got kind of a breakout. Of course, this is about 100 points breakout, but you always have to be careful. You see this, you can anticipate it, the momentum, but it's not a typical breakout strategy. So let's look for the next day. Ooh, okay. Haven't seen anything. We have 8 o'clock, 8:30. big pump would maybe be a news day, 11th of June. I don't know. Could be a news day. If you trade this on news days, you always have to be careful because you have not always at 9:30 the big moves like this. Here you have at 8:30 and the range is much smaller. And at this stage, most of the time it's also not working. So you have to be really careful again. So what are we seeing? We closed instantly, got back to the zone. It's like you got burned, but it is what it is. The strategy is not always working and you have to see the context. If you have a small open range like this and a big boner candle the hour before because of some news, you have to be careful. It's not a normal day and you can't expect that it's always working like this. So look at this down here, smashed out through the completely zone, back up, could make a money here if you get a good entry here. And I always recommend using dynamically stop and take profits, of course. So if the market goes up, you put your stop more into winning zone. So if this happens, you can still make profit like this. If you probably enter somewhere, what is realistic? Maybe here is the realistic. Oh no, this is close above, so maybe here's a realistic entry. You don't go for a big stop. Maybe 20 points. Of course, it always needs to be adjusted, like your contracts and how much risk you can put into per trade and how much money you can lose per trade. Always think about this. Don't think about how you make money or how much you can make. Always think about if worst case is happening, how much you will lose. We're putting it somewhere up here, okay, but take profit has to be adjusted also dynamically. This means if we go up here, somewhere here, I would put my SL at least to break even or much higher, because we're here for making profits, especially after this strange candle and the 8:30 news probably. So if you took here the loose, then here I would definitely show that I can make some money back and don't go for the break even stop. Probably take here some out or take half out so you save some money because you have lost here. Probably it's good amount. So then you could trade this one here, make some profit here because of the momentum. It's going down to the VWAP lower band and pumped from this level. So you could trade this. Also profit, but only small profit. Probably also get stopped out. But here's the real juice happening. But this is not like trade VWAP. You trade VWAP 9:30, 9:45. Look for the next half hour or something. Look for the breakout and then trade it. Everything else is more like a hybrid strategy. And you always look for momentum. Here you have still some good momentum. Went down, rejected. Again, some good momentum's kicking in. Down under the range, down under VWAP. Could take this short and profit a lot, of course. But in hindsight, it's easy. Don't look for the hindsight. Trading is at the moment, it's like the price action. So let's go on. Let's go on. Okay. We are over VWAP. We established the zone, we built the zone. One candle above the zone. No close above, no close above. Back to the 50% middle range. Big boner candle on the upside. We were long here. Somewhere here at this stage. Long here. Haven't seen anything. Oops. So we were long at this level here. And what's happening? Big boner candle here. Oh. Big boner candle here. At this stage we would be up 70%. You can close it here, instant, boom. Take the profits. Stop loss, of course, not so big. Beautiful day. Beautiful open range breakout strategy. Worked pretty good. Amazing. Boom. Or you can just put your SL somewhere here at this levels. But most of the time you will lose more points or more money if you go for the break or for the home run. So better see this candle, see the reaction on 1 minute candlesticks. Maybe you will close already here. So you don't need to close here and make that additional 10 points. 10 points can be a lot. Depends on your lot size or on your contract size. So always think about take money. You see, market's going down back, testing the range again. So the zone, the open range high, testing it again and bounced back from it. You can also trade this. Because market is still bullish at that point. So next day, ooh. Okay. Maybe also some news. Big dump. Straight down. 7:15. So the next day you always think about, okay, we sold off really hard in the evening, in the American time evening. So going close to 9:30. What is happening? Ooh, okay. Some big candle establishing at 9 o'clock, and here's our range. Wow, big range. 120 points range. Okay, first try to break out, but didn't close above. Back into the range, back to 50%, bounced a few times, down. Okay, see this. What happened? Whoop, stopped out. This would be an L here, definitely. People will enter here, and yeah. But this is, don't know if I would trade this, probably not, because of this candle, and I would be a bit like, we bounced off, rejected like the whole candle, and then I wouldn't enter here because market just went up 140 points, down 140 points. It's not like because I see the next candles. Of course, you can think like this because it's hindsight. But you know, I'm streaming every day, live trading, so can come into it. Streaming London session, Asia session, and American session. Always 2 hours about in every session. So okay, we rejected here on VWAP. Boom, bounced, perfectly bounced. 100 point bounce, 120 point bounce, and boom. I would enter here. I don't know if we go higher, but for me, V-shape down, back to VWAP. We are holding the zone, the open range high. It's like support zone for us now, and we had the big sell off from the last day. So what long here? Let's see. Okay, can be a W, but don't has to be. Look at this, 50 points, SL at least somewhere here. So you have a good risk reward, about 2, would be a W for me. Wow, this is a crazy day, and we completely sold off again. Down under the range, more down. Okay. So I think this is enough for today. We analyzed a few days, and you see the open range breakout. It's not a myth, it is working. You need to be careful. You always see the context and you can profit from it. So if you enjoyed my video, please leave a like, subscribe,
Welcome to the charts.
and I
We
will
don't
see you
guess.
next time.
We
Peace
execute.
out.
Nasdaq Futures, baby. Seal the trade. Wake up, charts lit. It's a new day. Focus locked in on the ORB play.